here we are, and we have another very deep, smart comment. Like I said in the comment responding to you, I told you I was going to make a video. My word is gold. And the reality is, like I said in that comment, the fact that you have the balls to actually open yourself and show vulnerability and ask this question in order to better yourself is fantastic. Alpha Dom, nod of approval. And it's unfortunate that while I was busy, one of my haters came in and commented what they did, but they have been dispatched. They've been muted. They will never be able to talk on my YouTube channel again. So, sorry you had to deal with that. They're gone now, though. But let's get into this question and answer it in its very in-detailed way it needs to be answered. Because like I said, I can't answer that through, it would be like a novel. So from your comment, I'm seeing that you were in a relationship with a woman. Either you didn't know she had a kid, or you were just not aware of the fact that her having a kid bothered you for some reason. The first step that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to sit down and really be honest with yourself why you don't like it. Kind of kickstart that self-discovery. Here's some options. For me, I personally do not want to date a woman that has a kid. My reason is the fact that I have multiple women, and if I were to take on someone with a kid, that's going to create unfairness within my dynamic. The other part of mine is the fact that I don't want to have kids in general. Granted, if I were to accidentally get somebody pregnant, I would man up and take care of that kid. But I don't want kids. And so that also means I don't want someone else's kids. Those are the two reasons that I have. Maybe yours aren't the same. Here's another one though. You may view, and this is what I'm kind of feeling here, you may view that kid as a symbol of her love for another man at some point. It's one thing to have exes, but it's harder to have the living, breathing remembrance of the fact that she loves someone else walking around in your life all the time. And that's not a bad thing. What would be a bad thing is if that's the case, you just continuing the relationship at the expense of this poor kid. Because that resentment you feel, whether you come out forwardly about it or you just hold it inside yourself, that kid is going to feel that. His mom's going to feel that. Another reason is what most men say. I don't want to play another guy's saved game. And as harsh and as brutal as that is, because most things that men say are very clear-cut, blunt, and aggressive, it could be it. Now, the thing you need to focus on, so I said I was going to do it yesterday, and I recorded all of that part yesterday, and I was going to post it, but I got interrupted by an emergency, and I had to deal with it. But what I think I was about to say was once you've decided, the thing you need to focus on is once you have figured out what all the reasons, because it could be multiple, just like my reason why I don't have a girl that has kids. There's multiple reasons, like I showed. You have to look into them and understand them. Because another one it could be just you're insecure and you view it as a threat, which is not something you necessarily want to have in you. You want to weed that out and see if it's an actual mature decision based on what you personally want, or if it's acting from a place of insecurity. Now, then it falls on a two-edged sword, because on one side, you can stay with her, and that could be the wrong decision for you, and her kid and her are both hurt. Now, you could also dump them, and it could be wrong. Her and possibly the kid will get hurt as well, and you, and that might not be the right decision. So you really have to analyze what the reason is and understand yourself with it. And one thing I will say is once you're at that point, then I would communicate with her and say what you're feeling and be like, hey, I like to sponsor open communication in a relationship. But yeah, there's your first couple steps.